Remember when The Conjuring was like the savior of horror movies? It's like this thing, it's like it reinvigorated people's love for horror movies, kind of. Now the director of this movie is gonna direct The Conjuring 3. So The Curse of La Llorona, it's a horror movie. It's a new one. It's actually tied to another horror movie franchise. I didn't know it was before I watched this, and it's not even important to the plot, but it's a nice little Easter egg. I'll give you a second to guess which one. It's like the only horror movies that come out these days. That's not a spoiler. Really? This is the movie? This one? And so now this is a horror movie, and you know how it's gonna go, because they all go there. They're all the same shit. A spirit gets unleashed, now the spirit's gonna terrorize his family. In the end of the movie, they're gonna seek help, and they're gonna try to get the spirit out of the house and save the family. It's all the same thing, it all happens the same, with little differences. The motivation of the spirit is long ago, she drowned these kids, and now she wants to drown kids. The main parent is a single mom of 2 who works for CPS, so the job of the parent's a little different, the motivation of the spirit's a little different, but in the end, it's all the same shit. It goes down like any other horror movie. I'll give this movie this a couple times. I was like, oh, the imagery, that was kind of cool imagery. A couple times. I mean, it's not like it's an abundance of great imagery. A couple times I was just surprised, because the rest of the times it's really predictable stuff. Like there's a door slowly creaking open. The door has a mirror on it, and as it's opening up, you can see the reflection of the room, and of course, you're like, oh, let me guess, ghost is gonna be in the mirror. This is another case of a horror movie that was built around the moments they could do, not actually the movie. Like someone sat down like, all right, horror movie wise, it'd be neat if a little girl opens an umbrella and she sees the ghost and she lifts up this see-through umbrella and the ghost isn't there and she puts it back and it's there, and it's like, all right, let's make a movie around moments like that. So the scary moments are really what built this movie, not the characters, not the plot, not anything you can really latch onto. It built some cliche shit around those moments, and also the movie's really boring. It was just boring. There was nothing pulling me into it. It was just another, all right, I've seen this 100 times before. They're all the same shit, and so now it just bores me. Is superhero fatigue gonna happen? I don't know, but horror movie fatigue has happened twice since I've been on YouTube. Twice! Like, people got sick of horror movies, and in 2012 with The Conjuring and Sinister, people were like, oh, maybe they're cool again. I think it was 2012. Was that 13? Actually, it might have been 13. Around that time, people were like, hey, they're neat. And now it's like, nope, they suck again. 2 distinct moments of horror movie fatigue. And yeah, I'm there. I'm there now. This movie also has a couple of moments of humor, which I generally like the fact that humor is interjected in movies like this, if it works. But this was like nothing else was there. And then a couple times, it was just these humorous moments where it was like they watched the movie and they were, or at least watched what they had up until those points. And they were like, for the next couple shots, let's have humor. Does it clash with everything else, tonally speaking, in the movie? Yeah, but we're gonna have a couple of jokes. I heard people like jokes, and I heard if there are jokes in movies, it actually slows down the fatigue of the franchise. And people in this movie are stupid. It's almost a given. Like, it in and of itself is a cliche for haunting movies to have stupid people. But this thing that happens in here, I kind of want to talk about it. Is it a spoiler? I don't think it is. Whatever. I want to talk about it. I genuinely... Maybe spoiler alert, question mark? There's this scene where they're trying to get the ghost, the spirit, out of the house, and then when the spirit gets out of the house, they're gonna make a barrier on the front door and be like, hi, you can't get in now, I fooled you. Then they get the spirit out and it's like, oh, the back door, and they run to the back door. Nope, it's gonna get in the back door. Like, that caught you off guard? Like, where did they like, oh yeah, the back door? This house has one of those? Crazy. Yeah, when you're trying to funnel or bottleneck your spirit out of the only entrance or exit, make sure that's the only entrance and or exit. And odds are, gonna take a shot in the dark, it probably has a back door. This movie isn't the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen or anything like that. It's just been here, done that a few times. Not just like I've been here, done this once. There's nothing engaging in the movie. There's nothing really holding me there. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna remember this movie in T-1 day. Yep, already forgot. Like, actually, I'm pretty sure I forgot most of it by now. I'm not bullshitting you. I think I did. Alright, so The Curse of La Llorona, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's a horror movie that actually does break the mold, that's actually good, that maybe I didn't hear about? What is it? Whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.